So I tried to find some real small wings in the store today. Is it me or is it y'all? Or are the wings just getting out of control? Just so big you don't even want them. So this pack looked pretty reasonable in the store. So I bought this one. I got some drumsticks. Those were $6. And then another little pack of wingettes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make some fried chicken tonight. Just go ahead and keep it simple. Go ahead and get it cleaned up, and then we're going to season it up. So before we go ahead and season the chicken up, I got some peanut oil in this cast iron pan right here. We're going to go ahead and let that heat up so it can get nice and hot. So here goes the chicken. So again, we have various pieces in here. You know, daddy going to want more of the flat pieces. And this size is more so for like the kids. And then we got some of the smaller drumsticks if they want those too. And then we got some of the flat pieces. Yeah, I'm in here going crazy because they done had this mustard all day. And then now it's time for me to actually use it. I cannot find it. So we got to make our mustard fried chicken. And we need the mustard, the yellow mustard, because we got plenty of Dijon. But the Dijon is not going to give it the same taste to it. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and add some mustard. I'm not measuring, just going to add enough. All right. And then some of the newer seasonings that we recently bought. This is some wood fire garlic. So I'm going to add some of that. You know, just a different taste to the garlic that you're normally used to. Okay, and then our traditional poultry seasoning. I'm going to add some of that. I always like to add a lot of poultry because that's going to give it some flavor. Just picked this one up today. This brown sugar and bourbon. This one right here is actually real good, y'all. Okay, so I don't feel like sifting it out. So I'm just going to just give it a few shakes. Just like that. Just like that. Going to add some onion powder. Make sure you add enough of that. And then lastly, got some of this smoked paprika. Give it a nice little pretty color. Okay, perfect. Now from here, we're just going to go ahead and mix it up. And then make sure you give it a good little mix. Especially with those drumsticks. You know, all that seasoning is going to go behind the skin. Be nice and good. Oh, you know what? I'm going to add... Alright, and I'm going to add just a little bit of salt just to bring these flavors out. That grinder, that salt comes out good. So, you just got to be real careful with that. Make sure you don't overdo it. But I can smell the seasonings. It smells really good. And then I'm going to show y'all what we're going to go ahead and bread these in. Okay, so just make sure you get all that seasoning rubbed on good. Let me wash my hands. Now, what's going to make your chicken crispy is the cornstarch. Alright, so I'm just going to sprinkle some over. And then I'm still going to add some flour because I'm not going to use all my cornstarch up. Oh, shoot. Do I even have any more flour? Okay, well, on second thought, we're going to have to go in with all cornstarch. Nothing wrong with that, but just in case you want to stretch it, you may not have enough cornstarch. We pretty much got enough because I just bought some, but just in case you don't have enough, you can do half and half because the cornstarch is what's going to give it that crispiness. You know, the flour is still going to crisp it good, but cornstarch is better. Okay, now from here, I'm just going to give it a toast. All right. Now, once I coated this first time with this cornstarch, I'm not going to add any more. This is good enough here. You just want a nice coating on it, but not like overly drenched in the flour. And like this skin right here, when you put it in your pot, you got to make sure that you turn it back over because otherwise it's not going to look, it's going to look a little crazy. Make sure you get all that cornstarch from the bottom of your bowl, because a lot of it's just sitting at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Y'all see that? Didn't even add a lot, just a little bit. Cause I got these bigger pieces of drumsticks in here. I want to make sure they're nice and all the way coated. But this is looking good. We're gonna have to cook these in batches, as you can see, because it's a lot. And I'm probably gonna go in with the bigger pieces of chicken first and then cook the smaller pieces. So this grease is starting to move around. You see how it's starting to flow to one direction? That's an indication that it's getting hot, or it should be hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop in the test piece. Y'all see that? All right, so again, with these drumsticks, I'm making sure that I pull the skin down and I lay them in skin down, so that way as it cooks, the skin doesn't draw back so much. Once you drop them in, just try not to move them, try not to touch them. And you're not going to overcrowd the pan. So we're cooking these big drumsticks, so let's do like one flat. Actually, you probably put like one more in there. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to add any more in here. Just go ahead and let your chicken cook. Don't touch it, don't flip it. Alright, so now with my tongue, I'm just going to go ahead and just flip it over. I don't want to mess the skin up when it's chicken. You don't want to puncture the chicken, y'all. This one over here stuck. Okay. See, it's not burnt. It's getting a nice little crisp on it. That's it. Okay, get out the refrigerator. I'm fixing food. We're going to get these about another 4 minutes to cook and then take this batch out. Alright, so guys. Alright, so some of these pieces are done. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And then I'm going to put them on this little rack right here so they can go ahead and drain the grease hole. But yeah, y'all, look at that little chicken wing right there. Don't that look good? This is the drumstick. Go ahead and take that out. Now, if they want to put some sauce on here, you know, they can do that. But I'm not going to sauce them up today. I'm just going to fry them up, and then they can just eat it as is. And you want to use some tongs, not your, you know, your fork, because you don't want to let all that juice out. Make your chicken wings dry. Alright, so here goes the first batch of chicken. We're going to go ahead and just sit these to the side and let the rest of them get nice and crispy. What's it on the chicken? That's the seasoning.
Wow. didn't taste crazy. I didn't taste crazy.
Taste the chicken?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's good.
You want no sauce on? Because I didn't put no sauce on.